5 people would I take? And, sadly, in any group, 20% are probably really great. Maybe 10 are great, 20 are good.
You've got a team, and you're thinking about who's my starting roster. Do they go in and out of your top 5 or your top 10? How do you're playing favorites? You're thinking about.
No, I don't. Well, if I
it's
play
an interesting thing
favorites,
to kind of think about it all the time, right?
I look at who would I jump in front of the bus for.
Right.
That's what I think about.
Are those 5 people you have more history with them? Or years together?
Not necessarily. Some, it's all over the place. But
would you say they have skills that you don't have? Do they supplement you or kind
they listen to everything I say.
They never come in my open door lottery.
What did you say?
They never come in my open
That
door
was amazing. That's
Oh God! The people I don't trust are the people who agree with everything I say. No, it would be 5 people.
You only pick one.
But
But
and
it's
it
not-
wouldn't be. It wouldn't. Wouldn't
Here,
be
let
creative. It wouldn't be
me
creative.
clarify. The point of the question really is, what are their disciplines? So, I mean, yeah, you
A planner, an account person, a ops person, a general manager of the place, someone who knows how to hire. Goodby wasn't in that. No.
I take the salesman. Like I feel like we're in a business of selling. My dad used to be a used car salesman, and he's like, ABC, son, always be closing, always be asking for that sale. And I think that is what separates the men from the boys in this business. That like people that know how to close, people that know how to sell,
Really?
and the psychology of selling. Because I've never thought it was like really about ideas. I always think it's about the ability to sell them. Like anybody can come up with a good idea. Not everybody can sell.
It's a pretty challenging. That's a pretty. Got that on tape? Well, I agree partially with that. I think a lot of times we're not good at selling something that's remarkable, but it has to be remarkable to begin with. I don't want to sell something I'm not proud of.
Sure.
So.
I think for me, it would be honestly, I would be a producer. Like I can't do what I do without somebody to make
Film producer?
I don't know about that. Just somebody who can make
a producer
stuff
by
I
nature
think
can
of.
make something out of nothing.
It's a funny thing, it's you need account people without a doubt. But terrible thing to say, they're expendable in this instance, I think. And then you sit there and go, okay, planner. I don't know if they are expendable, but there is something to be said where the best planners are creatives, so maybe I can do that myself.
Right.
And then I can do the creative part. Arguable, but I'll take that position for now. But I can't make it. I don't know how to make it. I don't know. So I need somebody to make it for me. So if I could only pick one, off the top of my head, that would be my first thing.
I think the ability to know how something is made, whether it's a piece of film, a shoot, or a piece of interactive, piece of digital. I think it's hugely important.
Yeah.
And these days, I mean,
creative people, we're useless without producers.
Yeah.
We really are. I mean, we come up with all the ideas we want, but they'll stay in our head, or actually only get to a piece of paper if somebody isn't there to help us bring them to life. I don't know.
I was going to say that your impassioned speech convinced me that it would be another creative person that I want. Because this business, we live with our own ideas, we have self-doubt, we never know if it's good enough, sometimes we don't push ourselves enough, and to have another, I always call them 5-tool creative people that can present, that can think in all media, they can manage, because just creating it sometimes isn't good enough. They can do it all. And that constantly pushes you, and then you hire everybody else you need, freelance until you find the right ones, and then you build from there. I think that's my take.
But the person to push you could be that sales guy. So I have no freaking way that I can sell that idea right now. So either I have to retell the story.
Yeah, but then he's pushing me for the wrong reason.
Everyone's kind of the funny thing is everyone's kind of talking about they're looking for someone to whatever your weakness is.
Yeah.
Right. Or maybe it's not a weakness, but maybe that's what it is. You're like, all right, that's not my strong suit, but I can come up with any fucking idea and do that. And maybe for you, it's the production of things. It's an interesting thing. It kind of relates to you on a personal level in that sense.
When I moved to San Francisco, I had my agents in Brazil, and I knew that at some point I was going to have to try again. But I knew that I wasn't going to, I couldn't do it until I found the right business partner, and it kind of took me kind of years to find that. And finally, then the guy was working with me for that entire time. But it was mostly a search for that person that could actually, that had the contacts and the relationships that I didn't have because I was just new to the country. That was the critical thing for me, because I couldn't make anything. I couldn't take the agency off the ground if it wasn't for that. But mostly, I think it's that what you suck at, and then just find that person, and then see if you can stay alive for more than 1 year.
Know your weaknesses, and that's kind of how you can build. And that's,
Yeah.
you know, not that everyone has major weaknesses, but if you know that, then you can. If you need just one person, you can probably figure that out.